Hi, I'm Larry Puckett, the DCC guy. You know, after my last video on speakers, and that was video number 210, I had several questions from folks about using iPhone speakers for their model locomotive sound. So that started a few little gray cells churning in my brain, and I went back and dug around in my boxes of various speakers, and sure enough, this is what I came up with, an iPhone 4 speaker. So what I want to do today is show you how these work. We'll take a look at what's inside these things and compare them to a sugar cube speaker. And then we'll move on and I'll let you hear what one of these sounds like in a locomotive compared to a standard sugar cube speaker. So let's go ahead and get started. Hit that little red subscribe button, and when the little bell comes up, click on it and click all. Thanks now. Okay, I've gone ahead and zoomed in here to the top of my plywood bench top so that we can take a closer look at these. Now, before we do get started on this, I do want to go back and mention that there's another system or another company that is making specialized enclosure setups for locomotives, and that is ScaleSoundSystems.com. He has a whole selection of specially designed enclosures with sugar cube speakers like this one here for various locomotives. And it looked to me like if you have a locomotive, he probably has a specially designed enclosure and speaker combination for you. They all sell, I think, for about $17 each, and that includes free shipping, if I remember correctly. So take a look at his designs. I've heard from a couple of folks that he does provide very, very good sound quality in his enclosures. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this speaker here. And this particular one is an iPhone 4 speaker. And all of these various iPhone speakers are a bit different from one another. The design changes, it seems, with each iteration of the iPhone. This one here, the iPhone 4, has been around a number of years now, and whereas you used to be able to easily find them on eBay, they're getting harder to find and they're much, much more expensive. However, I did do some searching online and I found these in a 10-pack for $12.98, I believe it was, and that includes free shipping. Now, that company is called dhgate.com. So go ahead, give those folks a look and look up iPhone 4 speaker on their website, and you'll be able to pull that up. And if you wish, you can order these and give them a try. Now, these things are fairly small. As you can see, this is a standard HO scale Atlas switcher hood. And you can see it'll drop right in there, fit neatly inside of a hood. So there's a lot of potential applications for these. And at the price, I mean, if you get them from the vendor that I just mentioned, DHgate, at $1.25 each, and that includes shipping, it's probably worth the try just to pick up 10 of them and give it a shot. Now, what do these look like inside and how do you hook them up? Well, this is what one of these looks like inside. So you can see it's just a standard, very small Mylar speaker, comparable in many ways to the same speakers like the one I showed you in the previous video from Digitrax and various others. It's an oval speaker and the typical cone operation made out of Mylar or plastic. And then it has this enclosure that it is set in, and this is ported. There is an opening somewhere here. I can find it. I think there's an opening, I believe, right here. Yes, that's where the sound comes out. The rest of this is a resonance chamber to increase the volume and quality of the sound. Now, you'll note that there are two little prongs right here. To install one of these, all you have to do is solder your wires that come from your decoder for the speaker to these little wires here. And you can pull one of these up to make it easier to solder to it and just go at it. it's a fairly easy job to solder to one of these and get it installed. You don't have to design or build an enclosure or glue the speaker to an enclosure like you do with these here from Streamline Backshop. So it's a fairly good option if it fits your needs. Now, one thing you can do, as you can see on this one here, I tried a technique that I saw online at a forum site where they recommended that you could cut these off. So you can go to somewhere like about here and cut the enclosure off, leaving just that much of it to install. And the quality of the sound is almost as good when it is cut down like this, to this size, as it is for the full enclosure. So the forum that I found a lot of information about these iPhone speakers and test on is the Model Railroad Hobbyist forum, and I will put a link to that specific discussion thread in the description to this video. So if you're interested in finding out a lot more about how these work, how they compare to various other types of speakers commonly seen in the market today, and including some of the ones that I showed you in the previous video, go ahead and take a look at that forum. And they will show you frequency plots of the various types of speakers using, I believe it was a Locomotive decoder, and it allows you to compare the frequency output from that specific decoder and these various types of speakers. And in looking at those diagrams, the one that came closest to a standard, one of these standard 11 by 15, I believe it is, Sugar Cube speakers, is this iPhone 4. Now, they also tested an iPhone 5, and it wasn't quite as good as the iPhone 4. And I just want to mention that because if you go out and buy an iPhone 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever speaker, it might not perform as well as this iPhone 4. I don't know. I haven't tested them. The only one I've seen test results for are the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5. And this speaker here, the iPhone 4, compares favorably to the sound that you will get from one of these 11 by 15 Sugar Cube speakers. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward as far as the information goes that I have. And again, look at the description. I'll put a couple of links in there where you can find these available for sale. You can do a search on eBay and see what they go for there. You might be able to find them cheaper somewhere there. I don't know. The last ones I saw were around $12 to $15 each. So you might not want to do that. You might want to consider going ahead and going to the DHgate website and see what they see about the price there and order a 10-pack of those. And that's free and free shipping included. So at this point, let me also mention, though, if you decide to try cutting this enclosure in half here, you will have to get yourself a piece of styrene, cut it to fit on the end of this enclosure, and seal it tightly with styrene cement, and make sure you get a very tight seal. And this is true for any of these. The Sugar Cube speakers, any of these, if you do not get a good airtight seal at the joint here, where you glue these together or where you do any make any modifications to one like this, it will not give you good sound. It will not give you a very loud output, and you might get crackling in the output as well. So make sure, do a good job of doing your gluing if you use these kits that are available, and they have to be glued together. If you go in and decide to modify one of these iPhone speakers, make sure that you add a styrene piece to the end so that it is not wide open. You have to seal that enclosure again. So make sure you do that. And also, do not block the outlet here for the sound. Otherwise, you're going to get a muffled sound output from that. What I want to do now, though, is I've got a Locomotive tender that I installed one of these in, and I want to bring it over here and give you a look at that. Okay, let's take a look at this. As you can see, what I have here is a steam locomotive tender where I have installed a couple of extra weights here like I use on weighting my cars. And you can see this is the iPhone 4 speaker. Here are the two contacts that are attached to the decoder, as you can see. And so those two wires are just soldered to those two little prongs. And then I used a piece of double stick foam tape to hold the iPhone 4 speaker in place. And then this here is the Soundtrack's decoder that I've used, and beneath it there is a TCS KA1 Keep Alive installed. So this sucker runs very, very well. It doesn't stall anywhere on any track, and I don't have any problems. So what I want to do now is I'm going to put the tender back together, put it on the track, and I have another locomotive similar to this one, has the same setup, the same decoder, the Keep Alive. It has a standard 11 by 15 sugar cube speaker installed in it. So we're going to do a test of the sound, or a comparison of the sound, using this locomotive with the iPhone 4 speaker and the other locomotive with a standard 11 by 15 sugar cube speaker. So let me go ahead and do that. These are a pair of my English locomotives, the Great Western Railway, and I went ahead and showed you how I installed the iPhone 4 speaker and decoder and Keep Alive in the tender of this one. The tender behind it is essentially the same tender, about the same size, with pretty much all the same materials in it, except it has an 11 by 15 sugar cube speaker. So what I want to do now is switch over to my shotgun mic, and we'll do a quick recording of the sound, first from one locomotive and then the other. I'll play the whistle, and we'll listen to the steam, and then we'll listen to some of the exhaust chuffs, and you can get an idea for how comparable these two types of speakers are. So I'm going to go ahead, let's switch over to the other microphone. Okay, since I am standing behind the microphone, it's going to sound like I'm talking into a can, but it's going to give you a better sound recording of the locomotives themselves. So let me turn on first the one up, let's do the one in the back, 2475. So that's basically the blower for the locomotive that you're hearing there. And we'll turn on 3202. So the volumes on these are all set to about the same level. So it gives you a very comparable sound output through these small tenders. So let's go ahead. First I'll do 2475. This is with the sugar cube speaker. And now 3202 with the iPhone 4. Okay. Now let's open up the drain cocks and blow any water out of the cylinders before we get started. First 2475. And let's go to do 3202. So that's just a standard steam release, as an engineer does before he starts up a steam locomotive after it's been sitting a while, because water condenses in those cylinders and you want to blow the water out so that your steam can do its job efficiently. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and first we'll run the one in the back and listen to the steam chuffs, and then I'll run the one up front. Okay, let's go ahead and switch and take a listen to number 3202, which is the one up front with the iPhone 4 speaker. I don't know, to my ears, they sound essentially identical, and I hear them a lot. So. Well, that's a wrap for today's video. You know, if you're interested in trying these out, I suggest you go ahead and pick up a few while you can still get them, because with iPhone 4, it's getting kind of long in the tooth, and they might not be around all that much longer. And I can't guarantee you anything about the quality of the sound from other iPhone speakers. These are the only ones I've seen test results for that compare favorably to a standard Sugarcube speaker. So, have a good week. We'll see you here on Friday with another new video from the DCC Guy. Bye now.